And welcome back to the channel. We have hit the big 4-0 with the F1 Manager 2022 series. Here's Mercedes, 40 episodes in, heading to Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix in 2023. Only real developments here is such a quick turnaround. Don't have any new parts on the car, but George, actually, we're ordering brand new. Hang on, I'll find the right menu. There we go. Had a bit of an accident, so we're getting a new engine, new ERS, and a new gearbox, so we could just get all our grid penalties done in one go here. So yeah, we're going to be starting from the back with George. Lewis will still be up there. Just a brief title fight update here, leading by 44 in the constructors with 5 races to go. And driver standings, Lewis only 2 points behind Verstappen, George 30 behind Verstappen, and that gap's not going to get any closer unless we get real fortunate safety cars here. Still have not touched Lewis's contract left. He has only his 5 races left. Could bring him back, might not. And actually, looking at it, Nick DeVries might not actually be a shoo-in for that seat because there's a couple drivers with expiring contracts, although that doesn't really play a factor in this game. But for narrative's sake, I might be looking at them. More details on that in a future episode, but let's get to it. Let's head to Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. So skipping ahead and qualifying a little bit, just wrapped up Q2. Both drivers on through to Q3. Eliminated were both McLarens, Vettel, Stroll, and Tsunoda. A lot of grid penalties, so George isn't going to be the only one back there. Also going back there is Charles Leclerc and Fernando Alonso. Alpine's really quick this weekend. They actually might be the new number 3 instead of Ferrari, interestingly enough. But yeah, besides that, Stroll's got a grid penalty, and so is Zhou Guanyu. Off to Q3. George again, going to the very back, but let's see what we can do with Lewis. Well, the good news out of qualifying for once is we're actually probably going to be on the front row here based off our first lap. Not so good news, we're on the same set of softs that we did our first flyer on because I want to keep 2 sets of fresh softs in the pits for the race because may potentially be 2-stopper. There's a couple different strategies that may be at play. Hard tires, they're totally not going to be at play this weekend because they're that much further off than the medium tires. But you could go soft, soft, medium, soft, or if you just want to back off the pace, you could just go do soft, medium. Now, historically, in last year's race and in 2019, there were no safety cars, virtual, or the actual car on track. So I think we'll probably go for a 1-stopper with at least George. Try to make it up as much time as we can. Just hope the natural pace of the car will carve him up the field in no time. But yeah, I got Lewis currently P2 behind Verstappen, George in P5. Unsure what the AI will have Verstappen do. They could very well have him on a 1-stopper, but if we do have a 2-stopper, it does afford us the ability to push a little bit on the tires, so that could help us out, but we'll just have to check all that stuff out once we're on the strategy menu. Gasly across the line first. He does not improve. Bottas also not improving. Sergio Perez stays P4. I think everybody's on the same set of softs they started with here. Yeah, that's correct. So I don't think anybody's going to be improving. Not even Lewis. Yeah, Sainz doesn't go any faster. Leclerc could. He does not. So yeah, Lewis will start P2. George going to the back of the grid. Cloudy skies for the race. Soft tires can go pretty long, actually. And George is going to be starting P18. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little tricky. Guess we'll have to do that. Maybe come in a little early and just go easy on the mediums to end the race, but yeah, we'll go with the 1-stopper for George. Lewis, we're going to push from the get-go. Well, probably best to go soft, medium, soft here. Maybe back that up a lap. You know what? We'll just kind of do the pace targets in the race, but pretty happy with a 2-stopper for Lewis, 1-stopper for George, just to get us to the end there. And here we go for the Japanese Grand Prix.
Are warmed up, they're ready to go here at the Japanese Grand Prix.
Hoping for good things here with a good grid position for Lewis. Down and away. Take a look up front, he's not really gaining. As Georgia already up to P17.
Great job.
Perez going through to P3. As Leclerc's grid penalty action not that far down, he's already up to P6.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Yeah, we're not going to push much with George. Actually, we'll try backing it down a little bit to start with here. He's actually might lose 17th right back. Lewis actually going to hang around. Have a push from the get-go here.
And we'll push.
Okay. Pushing the field as well. Get him to early lead. Hopefully get him around Verstappen early.
And think about this lifting coast.
Yep. Hopefully get clear of DRS, but we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe it's not a good idea to conserve that early for George.
Use these tyres.
Hopefully get a pass off here real quick for Lewis. Let's take a look down the right side.
Well done. Proud of you.
Right around 130R. That's not going to work there. George now to P16 around the other Aston Martin. Lewis with a run. Not going to get there by the time he hits turn 1.
Moved up a place.
Good news is we're at least pulling away from Perez. Actually given that. Actually probably just back this down a little bit.
DRS has been
DRS enabled here at the line. Lewis taking another look down the right side. Not going to get there, but he is clear of the rest of the field. Actually going to have to back that down a little bit.
But hot and temps, just going to need some lift and coast.
George, meanwhile, catching up to the two Williams, who are pretty caught up to the two Haases. Haases. Yeah. So we got him backing down the tires right now. Again, optimal pit lap for him is going to be 23. And tires are going to be absolutely shot by that point. So the more tread we can save, the better we're going to be at the end of the stint. Trying to minimize our time on pit road, but it's got to make quick time around these cars in front of him. Probably going to have to do a leapfrog sword deal. So we're actually going to send him to overtake, and he'll get a good pass down the back here.
Well.
Or you're going to try around there too. Lewis, meanwhile, just staying in Max's tire tracks. I think the wings should open back here. Maybe. Guess it's not a DRS zone. Get down the front at least.
Well done.
There goes George up to P15 around 1 Williams. That sight set on Schumacher next.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Should get him to P14, no problem here in a little bit. As Alonso now clear of Albon. He's got some time to close distance to both Williams, though. Meanwhile, up front,
really well executed.
Big help with DRS. Let's go ahead and push now.
Let's push.
See if we can run away a little bit. Deploy the ERS. Let's get clear and hope Verstappen's not on a two-stopper here. Everyone else does have the older tires, though. The only ones who got new tires are, well, both McLarens, but then again, they didn't make it in Q3. And I'm going to have a video out very soon about my wish list for F1 Manager 2023, which apparently is in the works already. AI, they really make some really dumb decisions. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't want to keep a fresh set of tires on the car for the race, but whatever. That's just me. But more on that in that video in the coming days. Well, goes a little wide, turn 1.
And they've gone wide.
Lose a little bit of speed, but
that's not ideal.
The rest of the field's not going to catch up to him. But he did lose some time to the Alfa Romeos, though. He's currently back in P11. George, meanwhile, up around Schumacher. Good job on the tires at the moment. Right on the back of Magnussen, who's crashed twice in practice. Didn't take a grid penalty, though. We need to make some quick work around these guys, and then we'll get up there, see if we close the gap up to Vettel. Again, just saving tread on George's car for right now. Meanwhile, was able to get Lewis up to about second and a half lead, so he's out DRS. Verstappen's clear DRS from Perez. Looks like a three-car battle for third right now between Perez, Sainz, and Ocon. With Leclerc trailing in sixth place, another 2 seconds off of Ocon. I think I realized actually with Verstappen having worse tires, we can just keep pushing with Lewis, just hope he doesn't bin it or anything. We can build this lead up as far as we can go. Again, just taking advantage of the lack of foresight on the AI's part. Just keep on track and just keep building that lead up and we'll be sitting pretty. Yellow flag, looks like Perez spun.
Let's take a look at
Spun
the replay.
turn 16.
So let's look at this.
He just hit the corner weird and didn't hit anything.
Look at that.
It's going to drop him way down the order. He's still stuck there. He's going all the way to the back. Jeez. It's finally moving now. That'll move us up to P13, no problem. Let's keep working on saving the tires for now. George actually might have to just go standard pace on the tires just to close the gap a bit more. Also got to hit the ground running once we're around the Haas's to get up to Vettel. Oh, he did it again.
Look. We're just watching the Red Bull.
Just when you think things couldn't get worse for Perez, he spins the exact same spot just 2 laps later. Drops him even further down the order. Not a great day to be a Red Bull driver.
Someone's run wide.
Snowden also goes wide turn 1. That's okay. George, meanwhile, closing on the back of Latifi as Magnussen got around his teammate. So you can finally make a move down the back here.
So you have overtake. Copy.
See at what point George is going to make a move here. Probably down the back. Ooh, we are going to have to harvest some energy back in there.
Copy.
So charge your pack, keep the delta negative.
Copy.
It's going to be quite hard to get around both these drivers, though. Looks like I got to stop McLaren back here. I think it's Ricardo. Oh, he crashed.
We have another yellow flag.
Yeah, he crashed up in turn 11. He's still parked there. We're going to wait all the way till
So no need
Perez
to
gets
charge
around
the
him.
pack.
Here's the replay. Now look at this.
Let's
Daniel
see.
Ricciardo involved here.
Oh, well, at least didn't hit anybody. Just got it beached out in the kitty litter. So he's all the way to the back now behind Perez. Which means points are at play here as soon as he gets around Latifi. Gonna put that back to standard now. I'm pretty happy with the gap Lewis has built up. 2 seconds. Pit window's gonna open up in about 5 laps. Could bring him in a little early, just to cover off Verstappen, but we'll see.
This is good stuff.
Here we go up to P11. DRS still enabled. Tracking down Latifi.
Mercedes moved up a place.
Might get him there. Double overtake on the front. Maybe. Maybe.
You're currently P10.
We got him. Up to P10 in the points. 3 seconds up the road is Vettel. Oh, good news. George is now caught up to Vettel. in DRS range, and it gives us the opportunity to save even more of the tire. Make sure we can make this one stop viable here. Once George gets around Vettel, it's going to be another 4.5 seconds up to Bottas and Gasly, whose tires are getting pretty shredded themselves. Lewis's tires are about equal with Max's now. Pit window's going to open at the line. We're not going to bring him in right now, but going to be looking at it very soon. Alright, pit window now open. George still biding his time around Vettel. At least Verstappen didn't dive in just yet. Again, we can come in early, hopefully cover off Verstappen, but just kind of sit tight for now. Because maybe they might be asking the mediums to go a bit long, but...
Doing a very good job.
Meanwhile, there's the pass.
It's a race
Someone
position gained
spins.
from
Not sure who
Mercedes.
that is. Let's find out.
Yellow.
Albon.
Yellow.
So, towards the very back.
Yeah, copy.
Some takers to the pits is Bottas. Some takers to the pits is Bottas, Vettel, and Alonso are now coming in. They're going, well, let's find out here. All right, Bottas going soft, medium today. Perez also in the pits. Vettel also going to the softs. Alonso to the softs. So, not sure. Everyone's going soft, medium. Okay. Guess we could do the same and change our strategy up. You might as well while everyone's doing that, you know? Okay, so. Changing things up here. Going to a fresh set of soft tires. Probably not going to push as hard.
Okay, so box.
I figure when in Rome, just do as the Romans do, you know? Or do as the Japanese do? Whatever. Alright, here comes Lewis. Getting ready to come in here. Let's see if Verstappen follows us in. Yes, he does.
And think about the shifting coast.
So Verstappen's going to the mediums, actually, so... Interesting. So Sainz and Ocon are staying out. I imagine they're going soft, medium, soft as well. 2.5 for Lewis, pretty good stop. Verstappen looks like he closed as George gets by right now. Not going to push as hard on the tires for Lewis. Natural pace should carry us away from Verstappen. If Lewis gets around George, which he should, we're going to do the same thing that happened in Singapore. We'll have George play as blocker. All right, here comes Lewis, sizing him up on the backstretch. Sainz and Ocon now coming in. There's the pass. Gasly also coming in. Sainz going to the medium. Ocon to the medium. Gas is out. I think he's on the soft, so he hasn't made a stop yet. Go on the medium as well. All right, it's George. Got you set. You're going to hold up Verstappen for us. Like a very good teammate. Go ahead, set you a standard, actually.
Pick up the pace.
Yeah.
Good window for George, opening 2 laps. Should have the ability to extend our stint on the softs a little bit, save us on the back end on the mediums. All the while, saving us a pit stop. Just keep holding on max, and everything will be just fine. Well, we're unable to hold him up for very long. So he gets right on by with DRS. He's now 3.5 seconds behind us. But he did his job at least, so can't complain. Magnussen now pitting as well.
I cannot do anything.
Let's go down to the mediums. I don't
Everything's
think...
to play with.
He's probably still in for the 2-stopper. Leclerc and Norris going for the 1-stopper here. That's my guess for them staying out for so long. Just keep this pace up with Lewis, and if we got to push on the tires, we'll go ahead and do that. But closing pretty well on Norris and Leclerc right now. Oh, there goes Leclerc in the pit, actually. He's down and away on the mediums. I'm thinking he's probably... Again, I'm thinking he's probably on the 1-stopper. Lando's got to be on the 1-stopper at this point. Lewis, actually, let's go ahead and push, because Max is kind of maintaining that gap. See if we can build up as big of a lead as we possibly can.
Tires are getting hot.
Well,
Yeah,
so
copy.
be it. George might wait for the optimum lap. Lewis now within DRS range of Lando. Lando coming in the pits. I think we'll still get the benefit. Yes, we will. It's fine by me. And now up over Verstappen by 4 seconds. DRS will definitely help us there.
So to lift and coast.
Next lap will be the optimum lap for George. Probably go 1 extra here. So while we got Lewis pushing again, the tires up front. Finally called George into the pit here. Just went 1 extra, but we're really starting to fall off in terms of our tires. So that's all right. Just jump on the mediums here. Kind of run at normal pace once we get out of the pit. And then just see how things go, and then we can back it down and save some tread for the end. Here it comes. 2.6, slower than Lewis's stop. See how far down the order he's going to fall here. Probably down to P12, I imagine. Or P11. But his tires are much fresher than everybody else's. It's not going to push here. You can imagine some of these guys, or a good chunk of these guys, are on a 2-stopper, so we'll just carry on normal pace here. Well, Leclerc just jumped up and grabbed fastest lap, and maybe that'll change right here. One of these guys has DRSs. There he goes, loses third to Ocon there. Maybe his teammate signs as well. Realize we're probably a sitting duck. Again, Verstappen's currently on the mediums. He's within 3 seconds of us on the softs because his tires could go that much longer. Yeah, we might have botched the strategy from deviating from soft, medium, soft there for Lewis. But, oh well, made our bed, might as well lie in it here. George, meanwhile, is closing, about 3.5 behind Vettel now, someone around wide. This would be Verstappen, that'd be nice. It wasn't. Who was it?
Sounds like someone's gone
It was
wide there.
Gasly.
Let's have a look.
Didn't hurt
Let's
him,
watch this.
as apparently he's
The
still back
Alfa
there in
Romeo
P6.
involved in this one. Goodness me.
Oh,
They
that's not even running
completely off the
wide.
racing line.
He's fine. But yeah, probably going to have to look at pulling the trigger here. Bring him on in a little early, probably. It's within 2.5 seconds now. Probably going to have to make an early jump. But next time by, actually. Well, Verstappen's closed it to within less than 2 seconds with just over 20 to go, so we got Lewis coming in now. Slap on the medium tires. Hopefully get some sort of undercut, improve lead over Verstappen as the Dutchman goes to lead Japanese Grand Prix. Goes down and away, 2.5, another good stop for Lewis. He's got George just about within DRS range of Vettel now. He's been backing down his tires. Again, make sure we got tread at the end of this thing. As Lewis out of the pits in P5. Actually, let's push on these tires a little bit and we can back it down. So it's clear Gasly, but he's well behind Sainz. Bottas coming in now. Alonso and Vettel. Also be going on the mediums.
So Valtteri was now pitted.
So got the pace going the standard now for George.
In the pit
Just
lane.
to close up to Norris here.
And we'll push.
Got Verstappen finally coming in the pits. He's going to go to the softs here. Price is coming in actually ahead of Leclerc, Ocon, and Sainz. He goes down away on the softs. Got Lewis coming through. Actually, Sainz coming in at the very end there. Gets around Verstappen in the pit lane. Very good. It's got Sainz, or not Sainz. Got Gasly also coming in. George gonna get around him. As Hamilton's actually closing on Leclerc and Ocon right now, with Verstappen 4 seconds behind. Might want to save a little bit of tread there. Actually deploy a little bit. Trying to close the gap with the battery. George up to P6, that's not bad. 5.5 behind Lando. Good recovery drive. Yeah, for George. As Lewis about to close in. Hope to get right up to DRS range here. Hopefully he can take advantage of it by the time Leclerc and Ocon come to the pits here.
Let's lift and coast.
Coming.
There goes Ocon, Leclerc now coming in the pits. Lewis going back to the lead. He'll have DRS as well. That's the best case scenario. And gets past his lap. Gonna save a tread for once Verstappen gets up here. Don't try fighting them. And George actually gets around both Leclerc and Ocon, so podium maybe? That'd be one hell of a recovery for George.
Spin.
Yellow flag for sector 1. It's Albon going for another spin. Drops him dead last behind his teammate now. Well, yeah, I didn't really need to see that. I don't know why I did that weird little replay thing. So Verstappen's still closing right now. 3.5 behind Lewis. George 3.5 behind Lando. And Max being on the softs. Actually, his tires are burning a little bit quicker. Just kind of hope the pace keeps falling away here. We can get by him, no problem. Ferrari's slowly gaining behind George, though. Probably get to him by the end of this thing.
Now have a
Ocon
watch
goes
of
for a
this.
spin on his own,
Looks
turn
like
11.
Ocon.
It's going to take him out of contention.
And there
That's
it
really
is.
weird. That was a real
That's
low
where they
speed
spin out.
exit. Well, actually, it's not putting him in jeopardy of losing 7th to Gasly at least. But he's well off of Ferraris now. Big crash. What happened? It's not Lewis. It's not George.
Yellow at 13.
Copy.
We can
Sergio
take a
Perez
look now.
again.
So let's look at this.
So 2
There's
spins and a
Sergio
crash.
Perez.
Apparently, it looks like he's going to go off to the tire barriers here at 11. Yep, lock up.
There's the crash.
I don't think he was in a points-paying position at all, but that's definitely taking him out of contention now. He's missing the whole front wing, it looks like. So with 9 to go, Verstappen now within 1.3 seconds. Again, he's chewing through his tires a little quicker than us. Sainz and Leclerc also on the soft tire. They're within DRS range of George, who's just about getting DRS range of Lando. I think Lando's probably committed to the one-stopper at this point, so Perez come back in the pits. Now to get our defense game going here in a bit. Verstappen's still closing. On the front, looking like George is a sitting duck. Both Ferraris got the wing open. Sainz not going to get there in time, though. As we're just about within DRS range of Lando. Verstappen now within a second of Lewis. Get ready to fight back here. Don't want to go on the full attack because, again, we still got 8 laps to go, and these tires are going to continue to wear. And again, pushing and going on the attack does increase the chances of mistake. And I'd rather not have a grid penalty. Verstappen's got that wing open now. Let's go ahead and attack.
Just push.
Understood.
See if we can do a 7 to go here. George, meanwhile, got his wing open to get around Lando. Or could get around Lando while holding off Carlos. Carlos, the defending winner of the Japanese Grand Prix in the game. Very good battles no matter where you look on track.
And think about increasing lift and coast just a little.
George taking a look around Lando. Up to third. Put the power down.
Definitely broke your air game here. Well done.
No, he's fighting back. But we got the inside
Reduce
here.
Lift and coast.
Copy.
He's got it. Good, let the Ferraris deal with him now. Here he comes. We're a sitting duck. Verstappen got us to the line. 6 to go. Hope we don't let him get away there.
Red Bull gained a place.
Yeah, copy. There's only so much I can do.
Oh, we got him back. Wasn't expecting that.
So currently you're P4.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
How did he do that?
Let's take a look at the replay. Watch this. We're
Oh, he
looking
just
at
got back in the
Lando
front stretch.
Norris.
Thought they were up through the S's already. Ferraris are too busy fighting each other. I don't even know if they're going to get around us. Or Lando, for that matter. Looks like I got Lewis still hanging out. It's not over. Someone locked up. Sector 2 got a caution. If we get a safety car, we're getting a cheap pit out of that.
It's a big shunt, big shunt.
Anything?
Copy.
Joe on you crashed. Ricardo on the pits. Not the movement with the safety car. Get that wing open, Lewis. Let's get him back. Try around the outside. There you go. Big move.
Mercedes moved up a place.
Let's see if George can get back right here. Oh, Lando defended pretty well there. Coming two to go here. Got lap traffic up ahead,
Two
but
more laps.
not able to get in DRS as X gets us at the line. In the negative now in terms of gas. Let's get back and push on the tires. Got a little bit of ERS in the tank.
Lifting coast.
Probably save that for the final lap. George, meanwhile, has built up about a 2-second gap because, again, the Ferraris are too busy fighting each other. They can't get around Lando. It's going to be a fantastic run for McLaren if they can hang on a P4 there. See, the Ferraris are fanning out. Leclerc's actually going to get a double overtake. Actually, it's Sainz. So Sainz up to P4. Charge now after George. Everyone's tires are bad here, especially for Verstappen's. That's how we're staying within range here. See if he gets held up by lap traffic. See, we got an overtake done down the back here.
Overtake is available.
Actually, gotta make sure we gotta time it right. It looks like Verstappen's probably gonna get DRS down the front, which means so are we.
An overtake will be available.
Get this overtake. Let's go. Come on. It's got the wing open too.
Tires are getting hot.
Copy.
See if we just throw it forward here.
Just got 1 lap remaining. Let's keep the pressure on Lewis. You can do this.
Set George to deploy. Just keep him out of range. He's got Perez in front of him. Get the ERS going. We got to close up here. See if we get a big run down the backstretch. Come on. Turn the fuel up too. Let's go. Right there. Gotta plug it down the inside or something.
So watch out for the DRS.
Yeah, copy.
I don't think we're gonna get there in time. No, we're not. Oh, that's a bummer. Verstappen gets us for the Japanese Grand Prix. I think us deviating from our tire strategy is what threw us in the second there. But oh well.
We have checkered flag now.
Well,
There's a long way to go, but let's keep
here
pushing.
comes George. Looks like Carlos not gonna be a threat.
Nice work, Lewis.
So I guess the good news is with Perez and the woes, will be the best finishing points team in constructors. Here comes George. He'll round out the podium.
Yep.
Look at that, up 15 spots. What a drive from George. So yeah, rest of the points paying positions outside of the podium. Sainz, Ocon, Norris, Leclerc finishes all the way in P7. Alonso up 11 spots to P8, Gasly P9, Bottas P10. Rest of the positions, you got Vettel, Stroll, Schumacher, Latifi, Magnussen, Perez. Last on the lead lap after a multitude of incidents today. Then off the lead lap, you got Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Albon, and Zhou Guanyu. Fast lap went to Lewis at least. Driver standings, it's now up to 8 points going into the US Grand Prix. Verstappen over Lewis. George able to take out another 3 points on Carlos, so now within 7 points of third in the driver standings. Besides that, constructors, Red Bull gets back around Ferrari, but we gain 9 points on Red Bull. So we're now leading in the constructor standings by 57 points. Alright, so we got the US Grand Prix up at Circuit of the Americas in 11 days. By that time, we'll have the new side pods done. We'll probably do an emergency manufacture to get those added onto the car. Do have a driver development point for Lewis real quick. Just go through right here, wind tunnel. This needs, well, it's currently being upgraded, so that's okay. Besides that, okay. DeVries also has an unused point. We're going to throw that into overtaking. Lewis has a point to use. We're going to throw that into accuracy. Overall 91 now. Let's see if the staff has anything to upgrade. Bono does. That's going into the pit crew management. Hopefully make the pit stops even faster. And that's going to be it for us for this episode. Episode 40. 41 coming out very soon from Circuit of the Americas, as we look to hopefully put a stamp on the constructors very soon here. Gotta keep our foot down on the pedal though, because even if Red Bull gets behind us, Ferrari's not far behind them. And see if we get Lewis that elusive 8th championship. So, getting exciting, getting down to the very end here. Thanks for keeping up with the series. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell for notification of when future episodes come out. And to everybody, thank you for watching.